Explosion on the Crimean Bridge. Traffic stopped. Part of the road bridge collapsed. This happened the day after Putin's birthday. An explosion occurred on the Crimean Bridge on the morning of October 8. The press service of the Crimean Railway reported that at 6:05 a.m. the equipment showed false employment on the railway tracks on the railway part of the transport crossing through the Kerch Strait. According to the press service, a tank with fuel caught fire in the tail of the freight train. The locomotive with part of the wagons was taken to the Kerch station. Oleg Kryukov, advisor to the head of the annexed Crimea, also reported on the fire of the tank. No one was injured in the fire, he said. The National Anti-Terrorism Committee, NAC, in turn, told RBC that a truck was blown up on the bridge, as a result of which 7 tanks of a freight train caught fire. The investigative committee of the Russian Federation announced the initiation of a criminal case into the blowing up of a truck on the Crimean Bridge, but did not specify under which articles of the criminal code. As a result of the explosion, part of the road bridge collapsed. Several spans of the roadbed fell into the water. Traffic on the bridge, both automobile and railway, has been stopped. A ferry crossing is being launched through Kerch, which operated before the construction of the Crimean Bridge. The first ferry, the Ministry of Transport of the Russian Federation said, has already left the Krasnodar territory for the peninsula. Representatives of the administration of the annexed Crimea also stated that a land corridor has been established through new regions. Crimea borders with the Kherson region. The Crimean authorities blamed the Ukrainian side for the incident. The head of the Crimean parliament, Vladimir Konstantinov, said that the roadbed on the Crimean Bridge was damaged by Ukrainian vandals. Ukrainian officials have not yet claimed responsibility for the explosion on the bridge. Advisor to the head of the office of the President of Ukraine Mikhail Podolyak only tweeted, "Crimea, bridge, beginning. Everything illegal should be destroyed, everything stolen should be returned to Ukraine, everything Russian occupation should be expelled." The authorities promised to quickly restore the Crimean Bridge. This was stated by the chairman of the parliament of the annexed Crimea, Vladimir Konstantinov. According to him, the damage is not severe. The head of Crimea Sergei Aksionov gave a more cautious forecast, saying that the scale of damage and the timing of the restoration of the bridge can be estimated after the fire is extinguished. According to visual assessment, one automobile thread from Kerch to Taman is intact, he said. Vacationers in sanatoriums and hotels in Crimea, who find it difficult to get out of the peninsula because of the closed bridge, will have their stay extended, and all costs will be compensated at the expense of the Republic, Aksionov said. Representatives of the Ukrainian authorities have repeatedly said that the Crimean Bridge could be attacked. So, in August, the advisor to the head of the office of the President of Ukraine, Mikhail Podolyak, said that the Ukrainian authorities consider the Crimean Bridge a legitimate military target, since it is the main supply route for the Russian army on the peninsula. Major General of the Armed Forces of Ukraine Dmitry Marchenko, in turn, in June stated that the Crimean Bridge for the Ukrainian military will become the #1 target for defeat as soon as they get the technical ability to strike. The bridge connecting Crimea and Krasnodar Krai began to be built shortly after the annexation of the peninsula. The cost of the construction was estimated at 228 billion rubles. In May 2018, automobile traffic was opened on the bridge, and in December 2019, trains